time, a special television time for this USWA heavyweight title bout. Kevin Christian, your referee, Lance Russell and Dave Brown.
Can't have one like this every week, but brother, when we do have it, we're tickled to death to be able to have it right here to kick off our show. Should be a dandy bout, Dave.
Title at stake. We talked about it at the beginning of the program. Brian Christopher, of course, longtime holder of this USWA heavyweight title. Tommy Rich with it around his waist. He got the belt by stealing it to begin with, but then in a very tough series of matches ended up as the USWA heavyweight title holder. Brian Christopher would like to begin 95 a little differently than that. He'd like to have the belt around his waist as we roll along in the USWA. Scott Bowden over in the corner of Tommy Rich. I don't like that, but that's the way it is. He's the the manager, if you will, over in the corner.
Always bad news when Bowden is around. Anything could happen, and usually does. Nice arm drag takeover. Of course, there was a complaint from Bowden and Rich about using hair and all. Definitely not. Just a good, solid wrestling move. They tie it up, collar and elbow, back to the corner, whip diagonally, out of the way. Christopher again hooks that arm and takes him right over and back down on the mat.
Brian Christopher showing the balance and the speed that he has used so successfully in his young career.
Let me tell you something, baby. Tommy Rich's New Year's resolution is to never lose another match. And with my guidance, baby, he's never going to.
That's the word from Scott Bowden there regarding Tommy Rich and his position regarding the USWA title.
And what is it we say, that those opinions expressed were those of the guy that was spouting them off and didn't have anything to do with the two guys sitting here or anybody else. Nice sunset flip type move, takes him over. Whoa, he was close on that. Took Rich totally by surprise. And that's one of the things that Christopher can do to you, Dave, is he can take you, as you were indicating, he can use that balance of that speed and his wrestling ability to take you by surprise. Tommy calling Bowden over. Uh-oh. Got the Florida State helmet sitting at ringside, I noticed, too.
Got a plan, says Scott Bowden. I wonder if it involves the helmet. Better watch him. Standing wrist lock there by Tommy Wildfire Rich. Brian Christopher, look at this. He converts it. Rich was pointing to his hair, but I could see the whole thing, and there was no hair pulling by Brian Christopher. He just powered him down to the mat. Referee made him break it anyway.
And it's one of those things that the referee has to make a call, and now the crowd is saying, no way, he did not pull the hair. He made the call, and unfortunately it went against Christopher. But the match is young. We've got a special TV time for the title match of 1 fall 30 minutes in time. Once again, tie it up into a standing side headlock for Tommy Rich. Rich with a size advantage on Brian. Brian is so well balanced in his physical development, though. He really makes him, he's talking about packing that punch. He can do that. Powerful.
I was just about to say that Tommy Rich, if he could keep the thing close, he could probably overpower Brian, and then all of a sudden, Brian forces him down to the mat again, showing his power.
He looks like he's really on top of his game today,
Yep.
Dave. He is really looking good. And one thing about the youthful Brian Christopher is there is no such thing as too much. This son of a gun, he's ready to do battle with anybody, anywhere, anytime that can further that career and add to the prestige that he's had by holding that U.S. title belt as many times and as much as he did. Tommy Rich has it today, and it's Brian Christopher who is the challenger in this match.
Scott Bowden holding Brian Christopher up from outside, but not for long, as Christopher let him have it with a big right hand and then turned towards Scott Bowden, who immediately vacated the corner.
Oh, I don't know what's happening over there.
He passed something into the ring, or at least he appeared to pass something into the ring to Tommy Rich. And then he went to his tights. I don't know. Always suspicious when Bowden's in the corner over there.
Yes, sir. Crowd hollering something about a chain, or at least I got that impression from some of the motion on the second rope, and Christopher leaped right over the top of Tommy Rich as he was down underneath it, banged down on that mat, and as we have said so many times in the past, it's like missing a drop kick when you go at it. It's that sudden thing that you're not expecting, and look at Bowden outside, yeah, putting his dukes up. Brian Christopher gave him a chance to get in there and wrestle with him not too long back. After, yeah. He'd eat you before breakfast, Bowden. Hooks the leg, 1, 2, and Christopher just almost timed his kick out a little late there. He just about got caught with that third count, Davey.
Rich almost had a successful defense. Now he gets him down in the small package. He can't hold Tommy for more than a 2 count. Rich back up with that forearm across the throat. Both wrestlers close to victory here at that time around. That's right fist again.
Tommy will make you so mad that we sometimes, like I think we may have done today, we've talked so much about Brian Christopher, you have a tendency to overlook the long history of beautiful move. Christopher nails him right in the midsection. Tommy calling for Bowden to get up on the ring apron. He does, distracts the referee. Rich pulls out. There it is. The crowd was right, Dave. He's got a chain, and he nails Christopher right in the back of the neck. Had that chain wrapped around his hand, ripped him with that right hand, and won. And the crowd hollering at referee Kevin Christian about the chain. Tommy Rich comes up.
The crowd is telling him that Tommy's got a chain. That's
and now look at Christopher. He got one from out behind his tight. Wham! He nails Tommy Rich. Here's a cover. 1, 2, 3. What about it? A brand new USWA title holder, Brian Christopher.
With the USWA heavyweight title above his head, there he is, again, the USWA champion. He outsmarted him. He's saying, hey, you live by the chain, you die by the chain. And that's what happened to Tommy Rich.
You're using a chain to win a match. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, what do you mean, hey?
Vince Russell, you seen him hit me with a chain, and I'm not crying either. I'm not crying. I'm going to get Kevin out here just a minute. You seen him hit me with a chain, didn't you?
Well, I also saw you hit him with a chain. You didn't think the referee saw it, and he didn't. Let me get out here. Hey, we'll settle this one right out here in front right now.
He's going to hurt me bad with that chain. Where's Kevin at? Get Kevin back out here. Come here, Kevin.
Kevin Christian, the referee in the title match, back out.
Listen, I know you got the hardest job in the world, brother. And I ain't out here crying. I ain't never cried in my life. But I know you had to have seen him hit me with a chain.
You two guys, so I didn't see no chain.
They asked some people over there.
You're the one with the chain, Tommy, not Brian.
You don't listen to those idiots. Do your job, don't listen to those idiots. How about just how about watching the film back and looking at it?
Hey, in professional wrestling, Tommy, which this is, we don't watch tapes back. We go by one decision. That's what I made. And that's that Brian Christopher pinned you 1, 2, 3, and he's the new champion. So, hey.
So what you're telling me, you're not going to change your mind?
Oh, come on, Tommy. Tommy Rich out here slamming away on... All right, here's Randy Hale. Reaches up and slaps Hale. Okay, Tommy, you're getting ready for a big fat fine. We need... All right, here comes Eddie Marlin out there.
I'll slap you in the middle of next week over
He's
there.
not a wrestler. He's a referee. You're not going to put your hands on him. He's not a wrestler, and you're not going to put your hands on him. On me.
You don't scare me anymore.
I don't say anything about it. No, you don't. I don't say nothing about what you do in that ring, but we're not going to put up with him.
I'll get you.
No, you're not.
I'll get you.
We got to take a break right here. Thank you, Eddie, for getting out here. Why don't you just take it out of here?